Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. The Schlieffen is finally here. Just got released with 10.11 update and we are excited. And I have to say, like the title of the video says, this ship is freaking awesome. I'm so glad it's here. I had the most fun in it. I've seen reviews for the pre-release on it and I had to get my hands on it. And now here's my review, my thoughts and impressions on it as well. Again, appreciate all the support. Like, subscribe, bell button. If you like what we're doing here, if you want to be a supporter and also be part of the community, share and inspire and having a great time as well shooting ships. So, first victim that we encounter right now is the good old Des Moines. The Des Moines against the Schlieffen, and I'm really excited about this. I'm kind of curious how this will work out. Look at the capabilities we have right here. First set of racks of torpedoes are on the left with great firing angles. Another one of, I'm going to just talk about the pros of this ship. This thing is really awesome. I mean, just look at the angles of these torpedoes. I mean, literally you can be brawling going in and don't have to expose much of the broadside, maintaining this optimal angles in order to maximize not only your defense, but your offense as well. I mean, so we sent preemptive torps in that channel. Hopefully that will block whoever's trying to flank us right there. Again, thinking about all types of weapon systems, and there's the first one, Haragumo, right there in front of us. Again, we're going to put our secondaries focused on him, and this is the bread and butter of the ship, ladies and gentlemen. The secondaries are literally just another extra set of guns, 105s, I believe, kind of like the Ruprecht. If you play the Prince Ruprecht, this ship basically acts like the same way. Now let's watch us take on the Tier 10 Des Moines with a Tier 10 Schlieffen, and we fire one shot there. Look at that Citadel for 14K right off the bat. That was sick. And now, wish I had another set of torpedoes here. That'd be awesome, but don't worry. We got tons of secondaries and guns. Fire, boom, boom, boom. Take off his health from 50,000 down to 14 right now. Secondaries with IFHE build. If you take a look at the beginning of the video, my build, IFHE is a definite must to penetrate that 32 millimeters of armor and really just melt not only battleships, but cruisers especially. And look, we are just, watch his HP go down, 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 down. Here's the last set of guns in the rear firing gun turrets, and boom, send it, and bam, out of the game, back to port you go. First kill of the game for us in the Schlieffen. We did take a lot of massive health. Now, the one downside about the health, the capabilities of the ship is the 76,000 HP pool, which is low for a battleship, but this is kind of like a battle cruiser, but also we take damage like a sponge. I mean, literally, this thing cannot take damage as well. I mean, it can do maybe one ship at a time, but not two, anything two or greater. With HE, AP, everything all at once, it's very difficult to maintain and sustain, especially with the low HP pool that you notice right now. But hey, that's what you got to do to mitigate damage and save your damage cons, save your heals for the right moments and the right time. Taking a quick pop shot at the Haragumo right there, and we get some chip damage right there as we cheat away. Pick your battles, run away. We don't want to mess with a Thunderer or Schlieffen at the same time. Like I said, taking on two battleships at once, and maybe one or two other battleships in this game can do it, but the Schlieffen is not one of them. It just doesn't provide those. I would say it has good enough armor. I mean, German battleships are known for the, hard to hit citadels, and some of the top deck armor should help with that HE damage, but it just cannot sustain long-term fires as like any battleship, and it really just doesn't have. It's kind of a little bit of squishiness, like the Prince Ruprecht, but has a little bit more HP than the Prince Ruprecht when you're talking Tier 10 right here. A lot of good stuff about that, but again, don't tank very well in this ship. I mean, the Vermont right there can tank better than we do. Look at his HP. He's up to 100,000 almost, right? So a lot of other good things I like about it. And you notice the speed of the ship. I mean, the ability for me to move, because at the beginning of the map, or match, I was able to go all the way to the flank there, starting from the middle, and get here in a decent amount of time. And that was one really a good aspect of this battle cruiser type battleships, that it is faster than normal German battleships and allows you to move a little bit better and maneuverable on the map. Now, the maneuverability is really awesome. I like the turning angles. They're really great. I didn't see much of an issue. It didn't seem like I was moving on some kind of Titanic or a tank or anything like that, but it really did maneuver really, really well. And you notice the great optimal angles for not only the guns. If you notice, the back turret is also 360. Gun number 3 is not. It's just like this handles just like the Prince Ruprecht. This is really optimal for nosing in towards a target and being able to turn left and right without having to worry about the rear-facing turret, and being able to be a supportive. And as you can see, it was very supportive of us fighting against that Des Moines earlier. The ability for it to just turn at a 360 and be able to be where you need it to be. Couple other good things about this ship are the damage cons are quick reloads, just like the Soviet battleships. They are just, you have a quick downtime for the damage cons. The only issue is you are limited. So that's why if you notice in my commander build, I had to build for extra heal and extra damage con. So we start off with 5 and 4, and we are doing well right now. The heals are decent. I mean, you notice I'm healing the ship back to almost more than half right there, and we could heal it a little bit above that as well. Again, talking about the torpedoes, we got 4 on each side. I'm sorry, 2 sets of 4 on each side, with a total of 16 if you really get to it, with the range of up to 13.5 kilometers, which is pretty darn good. You're talking about, like, I would say destroyer level kind of like long range torpedoes here, which is very beneficial when you need to go nose in or fight battleships and cruisers, or just DDs just trying to pesky you, right, as well. The Hydro is pretty awesome as well, up to 6 kilometers, which is standard for German battleships, it seems like. I think I like the 6 kilometer, and works really well. With the Cyclone in this map going off right now, we're down to 8 kilometer spotting range, so that's good, so we don't get spotted by anybody else. So that gives us a little bit more confidence to push in towards the GK. So this is a good test right here. You know, GK versus Schlieffen. Let's see who kind of comes out on top right here. Now, the lucky thing for me is his guns aren't facing me, so I kind of had one-sided here. He is kind of facing off against a Des Moines and kind of busy with him. Well, we kind of get free chip shots right here, full broadside. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that, 11,000 damage knocked off. Here come the rear guns right now. One set right there. Boom, 2,500, and another set of guns right here. Boom, all while secondaries are firing. Bam, losing 6,000, so we almost knocked out about 18,000 K worth of damage right there, while the secondaries are still firing. And Lucians, look at the ticker on the right there. Boom, 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 boom. Non-stop. It's like a barrage machine gun, flak gun, whatever you want to call it. Boom, GK is out of the game. And we are now down to 5 ships on their team to our 6 with 8 minutes and 35 seconds left of the game. Stick around, folks. It gets really hot and interesting right now. I mean, we literally had to carry this team. I mean, I don't know what happened. There goes one of our teams. Moskva goes down to the Schlieffen, but man, we really have to carry this game. So, but I'm glad I did it in the Schlieffen. The Schlieffen seems like this ship that is kind of like the Swiss Army knife of every situation. Can handle its own. We take on another ship right now, the Thunderer. Fire full broadside right there. Take off a little bit of damage, and we'll get the secondaries going. We're gonna save our damage cons right here until I see 2 fires. And boom, 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 and it looks like we are getting some more damage on the Thunderer. Now, chasing him would be kind of I would say not as great as actually meeting him head on, so we elect to turn in and meet him in the channel to our right, because if I chase him, doesn't really solve anything. It kind of burns a lot more time, so that was my thinking right there. Secondaries are able to shoot a little bit at the Schlieffen over there, but I think he took a massive, look at now, you can see that their Schlieffen took some massive damage from either torps or full broadside. I don't know what it was, but basically it also, as you can see, from the opposite end cannot handle that much damage going against a GK and a Des Moines at the same time. So again, a very squishy ship, but if you use like terrain, use the ability to angle and run away and pick your battles smartly and wisely, and be patient about letting the battlefield develop, you're going to find you're going to have a really good time in this ship, because it really, once you get all the guns to bear, it is a devastating firepower asset on the battlefield. So we like to shoot a couple torps towards the front in case he turns to the right while we angle in towards him. And look at the angles on these things. The angles on these guns is phenomenal. Look at that. It's looking at about 12K damage right there. Secondary guns are firing. Even with these angles right here, if I turn in a little bit, all the guns are still firing. Really awesome. I like that. And he is pretty much done. 5K, 4K, 2K. I mean, these guns, oh my goodness, they're just melting the side of his ship right there. And here we go. We got a Conqueror, the zombie ship that can reprint itself at a whim's notice. So we're going to have to use some torpedoes right here. Look at where he's heading, and he's probably heading toward the channel with that GK. We'll fire a couple over there just in case he tries to cheat in his way in. While our other set of torpedoes, again, comes in very handy. They have long range. They're going to keep going all the way to the opposite end of that island that we're looking at right now. Boom, HE. We cannot take HE. That is 10.8K knocked off of us just from HE shells alone. We are now sailing full broadside to him. We're going to angle as best we can, but he's showing broadside. 11,000 right there with a couple of torpedoes. Hopefully they can hit. Oops, submarine spotted, so we can use our sub-hunting planes right there as best we can while our other torpedoes are heading for the Conqueror. And I don't think he has his heal right now because it's still ticking down. Notice our, bam, we mitigated as much damage as we can right there, but we are taking so much right now, and boom! Torpedo saves the day. Thank goodness he didn't get another shot off. We are now up to 2 kills, 262,000 damage. And now we have Submarine Balao, the dreaded American submarine that is a devastating powerhouse of force right now. I don't know the gimmick right here of why he can't win or when he cannot surface. I haven't played submarines. I don't know what the weaknesses of this ship are, or the boat that is, subs. But I know I'm supposed to slow down and turn into it. Once he fires those torpedoes, they stop homing for a certain given amount of time. So I noticed he fired one. There's one right there. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, seeing where it goes. So I data damage console, disengage his ping sonar lock. Now I'm waiting and waiting, and ooh, we only have 2,800 left. Can we miss that other torpedo? Let's see if we can kill the submarine best we can. Oh, we missed that torpedo. Good thing we turned in and hit the brakes, and bam! Balao out of the game, send him back to port. 3 kills of the game, 265 damage, and this game is so freaking close. I cannot describe it. 759, we're in the lead, but man, look at our health. We are literally holding this ship with duct tape and string and bubble gum, ladies and gentlemen, because this thing is about to fall apart, and I have to decide is this Nevsky going to be coming from the left or the right? I don't have radar. My hydro is active, but I don't see anything out to 6 kilometers right now. He's hiding behind this mountain. What do we do? So I'm going. I think I better run because we got 2 caps right now. There's no point in taking him on and taking his HE, and we're going to blow up in the next shot we take. So we're just going to run. So in case he comes around this red corner, we're going to use the mountain to shield our retreat. And I'm going to make sure all the guns are facing around this corner in case he decides to pop around, and we're going to blap him real quick. We'll take the torpedoes and we'll kind of launch a preemptive spread just in case he does poke around this corner. Yep, we'll take a nice preemptive shot right there just in case we are spotted. Okay, oh, there he is. He's behind us. Look at the range, 12.5 kilometer range on the secondaries. If only we could like have enough time to melt him, but I can't take that chance right now. His HE right there. Ooh, okay, 400 damage, that's good. We mitigated best we can. We'll take a quick pop shot, see if we can get some damage with the AP rounds. 600 damage, 7,800 down. We only have 1,700 left to save us. Oh, and we get taken out. But you know what? We got enough damage to have a good time. 271,000 damage, 3 kills, trying to carry this game the best we can. Now it's up to our Vermont from earlier. He happened to sail all the way around the Charlie Cap and had a great time, a little cruise vacation around there. But anyways, that was my thoughts on the Schlieffen right there. My pros and cons about it. Again, pros, it is awesome. I mean, it's so much fun. I've seen so many videos about it. The Schlieffen is not only has awesome guns, and not only has 8, but the guns are, you know, like I said, rear turret 360. They're great for, you know, close-in knife fighting, if you will. Decent reload. The secondaries is definitely the bread and butter. The secondaries are totally awesome. I recommend on that. The other thing is the concealment. The concealment, you get it down to 12 kilometers of roughly-ish. So that allows you to not only get in there with, as soon as you're spotted, the secondaries are firing right away. So, and that is another positive right there. The other positives are the perfect, near perfect torpedo angles with 8 torpedoes on each side with a total of 16 potential torpedo shots right there. I think great shot, Vermont. This game is pretty much over in our favor. I don't think the Nevsky has enough ammo to melt this Vermont in time. But also great maneuverability and great speed. I think this is one of the fastest German battleships out there. It maneuvers really well. Turning is just kind of average to standard for what it's supposed to do, but it's great. I have no issues with that. And like I said, awesome damage. You notice I had 718 secondary hits. My goodness, this is the secondary battleship I've been waiting for the entire time. You know I'm a secondary focused primary player as well as DD, but this thing is awesome. So hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Like, subscribe, bell button. On our way to 400 subscribers. Appreciate all the support, and until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.